Well, this is always interesting. My dear motorcycle that my dear child, he figured that I should bequeath to him. I see he's maybe fixing it. He blew the head gasket out of it. We think the head gasket has gone out of it. And I see it's been sitting for probably just about a month and a half. So I see remnants of it sitting out here. Anyways, come on inside. Let's see if he's actually what he's doing. I know one thing for sure. There'll be smokes on the floor. What are you doing to my motorcycle? Are you fixing it?
Well, now my collarbone's better.
Yeah.
I'm now pulling it apart.
Well, explain to the listening people what happened with the collarbone. How did your collarbone get broken?
Right there.
Hey, right here. The official collarbone breaker. Hey?
I gotta straighten the bars on that thing too.
Have you been riding my motorcycle? No, I haven't been riding your motorcycle. No. Anyways, Junior there hit a drainage ditch with it, bust his collarbone. Anyways, back to what's happening. You phoned Hoy, you talked to, or you just took it upon yourself to peel her apart?
You know, I stopped by his house on the way home from town.
Okay.
So, anyways, I got her almost all apart. I just gotta take the carbs, just the carburetor off, and then I already did the head bolts. They actually come from the bottom up.
Oh, is that right, eh?
Yeah, so you have to take the rocker assembly off. So, if you want, pass me that 1/2 inch wrench up there.
You got a couple bolts left to go?
1/2 inch, yeah, there's only 6 wrenches up there, but
Okay, smart ass. I don't have my glasses on and I am getting old. So,
let me just fit that into this tight little spot here.
oh yeah. Do you need to like get some instructions or what? You got it?
You got about 2 seconds before he gets his mitts in.
Can you give me a normal wrench, please?
That is a normal wrench. There's no 1/2 inch up here.
What do you got going on there, bud?
There's no 1/2 inch up here. There's a 1/2 inch. There's a 1/2 inch. There's a 1/2 inch wrench right here.
Perfect. Press here.
We got her here.
Okay. We don't need it.
No.
Can you put it back? I don't want tools around my workspace. Put this in that yellow tab up there, please, where the clamps are.
Oh, look at that, boys and organization. I tell you what,
Don't draw my.
he absolutely did not learn that from me. Okay, peel that carburetor off.
Just take a step back, bud. It's like putting Morgan here pretty soon.
I still don't think that'll come out like that, but I guess you'll prove me wrong. That absolutely blows me away that come out like
There's the
that.
issue right there.
Take a look in there.
Let's see what a little bit stuck.
Well, it's even blue. It looks like a good Fuel Pro gasket.
A good Velcro gasket?
Fuel Pro.
A good.
It was probably good when it got put in, eh? She's pretty hooped now.
Is it Fel Pro or Fuel Pro?
I wouldn't run Velcro in my wheelbarrow.
Oh yeah. Here, take a look at this gasket. Looks like it come right through the holes right here. And right here.
Much gets past you, eh, bud?
Here, there. Don't look like there's not much meat right there, is there? There's like a real, like there's not much gasket before it gets to the bolt hole, which is, you know, kind of weird.
How much gasket would you like, Ed?
I'm just saying, it's not very much gasket on there.
I'll drop you off at the factory. You can tell me to read it about.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
It's got no kilometer. It has 6,900 kilometers, my friend.
Driven by who?
A soft 40 by you.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time you drove this motorcycle?
Yeah.
I made the mistake of telling him that if you could start it, you can drive it. This thing is all manual. This thing's a 96 cubic inch.
Board, stroked, cammed.
Yeah, all done up. Shovel head.
It makes 98 horse in the dyno at 110 foot-pounds torque.
Yeah, that's at the rear wheel. It's got S&S dual plug heads on it. Somebody spent about $15,000 on this motor back in the day. I've owned this motorcycle for, how old are you?
25. You've owned it since I was like, you've owned this motorcycle for like fucking 12 years.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah.
I paid quite a bit.
The last time you had it insured when I pulled it out of the C-can at the other property, the plate on it was from 2014.
And I probably had it a couple years before then.
Yeah, 3 years.
I wanted the Harley, but I didn't want a newer one. I always wanted the shovel head. As far as I'm concerned, it is actually the last of the true Harley Davidson motorcycle before it went to, hence the metric motorcycle being with all the metric nuts and bolts on it from all standard stuff. The thing vibrates and it's so horrible to fucking ride. I never rode it for 10 years. So he decided one day that he was going to take it upon himself to ride it. But back to the story, back when I was riding this bike, I told him that if he could start it, he could ride it. There's no electric start on this thing. It's got an extra large kickstarter on it over here, here, right there.
Stop.
And it is also, it's got jockey shift on it with a foot clutch.
What kind of transmission is that?
It's a ratchet top. Okay, transmission, ratchet top or cow patty. Cow patty's round like this, ratchet top's long and narrow.
I got you, bro.
Anyways.
What a brother in there.
Anyways, back to the story. How old were you?
Definitely had a valid BC driver's license.
Like he did. He definitely did not have a valid BC driver's license. How old were you?
How old was I?
I'm not very old.
Old enough to ride or hard?
I didn't think he could ever start it because it's got lots of compression. Anyway, it's got no decompression, nothing on it. He got his fat little, I don't know how he did it, but he got it started anyways. And the prick started riding it. And I wasn't real happy about it.
It's stubby.
Yeah. Anyways, he drove it for about, I don't know,
30 minutes.
About 30 minutes. And all of a sudden, there was a hell of a ruckus come out of it. He parked it in the corner and didn't say a word about it for probably about 2 weeks. And then finally I went over to do something on it and he says, Dad, I got something to tell you.
I was in tears actually when it happened. I actually called my stepdad and told him and asked him what I should do.
What did he say?
You'd probably tell your dad. so I took a second opinion and I waited 2 weeks.
Anyways, what happened is the throwout bearing went out of the clutch. And that's where the grinding sound was coming from. So I give him a hard time. Not a hard time, but I let him stew on it for a while, thinking that he may learn something from the school of hard knocks, which I was absolutely wrong. But anyways.
10 years later, here we are.
10 years later, it sat in the can. And he somehow got it out of there, brought it back to life. I love the bike, but I can't stand riding it. It vibrates so hard at 5,000 RPMs. It just about shakes you off. It's broken the gas tanks off of it twice. But it will go right down the road sideways, eh?
Yeah, it goes pretty good. Yeah, actually, it's nicest to ride is about 70 to 80 mile an hour.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah, it's actually smooths out pretty good because at that much you're at about 20, 30, I don't know. It's sort of 3,500 RPM probably.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Now, this bike, when you shift gears, you got one hand on here and the other one on here.
Well, you got your mouse trap up there.
Well, yeah, that's on hills, but you never use that. Your foot clutch is right there. You can use both, eh?
Or a red light, or if you got a passenger on the back,
Yeah. But anyways, back to it.
Or like a bunch of other reasons.
Yeah, a bunch of other reasons.
Hey, how well does it go?
You know?
Have you beat anything? You beat the 104s?
Oh, it'll eat 17s.
It will eat a 117?
Yeah, I was at the 124s. It'll still walk on. It's hilarious. They get right pissed off.
Is that right,
I
eh?
don't know why it goes so good. I rode on a new bike. I rode Wade's 117, and it's just like riding a fucking. This thing, it's like.
Well, this thing's half dangerous because you got one hand on the throttle and one hand there, and when you just whack it without shifting, it will bark.
Check out my Instagram to see what.
Yeah, check out his. I don't even want to look at it. But anyways, flip your head over and see what the head looks like. It looks like it's been burning a bit rich, I should say.
I'm surprised it hasn't actually plasma itself.
Well, that's a good thing that it hasn't. As Hoy told you not to ride it anymore. See this here, guys? This head has a little bit of love to it. I don't know if you can get right in there and take a look at it.
A little bit of port and polish.
Yeah. And here, another interesting thing. See that?
Stop?
It's got dual spark plugs in it too. It's got good old-fashioned S and that has. What?
Oh, now, gentlemen.
You want to see what's really cool underneath the valve cover?
Couple wild hogs.
Yeah. It's cool under the valve cover.
I'll show you something. Grab my Milwaukee toolkit. Here's looking at mine.
No.
Remember, children. the best 2 minutes of your life.
I love how you say my Milwaukee toolkit.
It is mine.
Yeah?
Dad gave me that one.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing?
Your cigarette butts in there?
I hope so.
I've seen that happen. Yeah, I didn't come right now.
Okay, keep your fat little fingers out of my shit.
Hey, it's my fucking motorcycle.
Pretty sure it's actually in my name after I forged your signature. Actually, I gifted it to me.
On the belt.
Oh, you're a kind man. Now let's take a look at
Birthday present for the last 4 years. Ready? Now don't be getting too excited, okay? I found this out. Hoy told me about it.
Oh, look at that. It's got aluminum retainers on it.
Aluminum.
Actually, not retainers. It'd be valve spring caps. The retainers are inside there, but they're aluminum.
I'm sure the people on YouTube will correct you on what the proper name is. You'll just have to read the comments.
Oh, look at that. It's even got dual springs on it.
Yeah, they're not honeycombs, but
Well, they never had it back in the day when they were doing the beehives, not honeycombs. It's not, you know,
once again, I'm sure someone on YouTube will correct it.
honey bear. Beehive.
Yeah, but anyways, so these things, yeah. Do you know that
I love this.
these things actually have stuff in them?
Well, let's see the rockers on it.
Stop.
Come for the top one.
Okay, I'm done. You stay right the fuck alone.
Just keep it upside down. Should put the rocker shafts back in it.
Dad,
Just leave it
why
upside.
did I pull it out for you guys?
Here, just flip it upside down and put the rocker shafts back in. It's not a big deal.
It sits nice though. And the bars on it. Too stupid.
So I had these things come apart one time, right?
Yeah.
I actually did this on the side of the highway.
Which way does it cut?
Oh, hey, hold on. This is the back cylinder. When I bent that push rod, I actually really got to inspect this without a camera. Mint. Look at that. That push rod bent right in half. And Lily only did a scuff on it. Look. That's a push rod I bent. I don't know why the push rod bent, but it did.
Why is this so worn the inside like that?
Because it rides on itself, I think.
Is it or is it all right?
Oh, no.
Pretty sure it was as soon as he got on it.
Hey, man. You should go big your Honda Shadow. This thing's got no, I can go a lot more on this thing before it starts having issues, eh?
Shafe, I got news for you. The only way this motorcycle isn't going to have any issues, you know how that is? Is if you don't drive it. Which way does it go, from the wear part or the wear part inside?
I don't know. That's why I was hoping you were actually paying attention when you started touching me. Yeah, there's nothing in there. That sits in here like this. Goes in.
Put her in there.
Oh! It's an oil bearing.
Huh?
It's an oil bearing. That's why they're loose in there. Just like a turbocharger. I don't know if they had that around in your time, but...
Which way does that groove go to the... Put it that way. Where's your shafts? Put them back in there.
Well, I don't really want to...
Anyways, guys, can this
I'm
here's...
not screwing them in. I'm just going to bring everything up to hoist.
Just put them in there so it holds it.
Yeah, I had one of these things come out on me.
Serious, huh?
Yeah. It cost me another couple $1,000.
What did it do?
I'm mentioning names, but somebody tried to put the nut on the other end of it. I was messing around where I shouldn't have been messing around at. And, no, don't! What did I say?
Girls?
Gonna so I don't want you touching it.
Anyways, okay, she's got a blown head gasket. The inside of that cylinder looks not bad. Junior here is losing his mind. I mean, hey, I get shit for touching my own shit. Hey?
Should know better.
I should know better, yeah.
Leave your shit alone.
Yeah. Leave it alone. It's kind of nice to see, though, he's took some incentive to fix something that he's wrecked. again.
Yeah, I'm not really fixing it either.
Anyways, come take a look at the jug here, you guys, if you
want
want.
to tell me how tight those bolts. You want to drink some wine today?
No.
She could use a bit of a honing, but not too bad.
Okay, guys, next update. Is it gonna run?
Oh, I'm gonna cook the tire off it.
What's the things? It must have pretty close to about just about 11 and a half or 12 to 1 compression on there, I would think, eh?
It's hard to say, but I know for sure. But
I know
what
it's
does
a,
it matter? How
Well,
about the dual fire ignition system I put on this thing?
already had dual fire ignition on it.
No, I upgraded it. So get this, it's so good now. If you run the bike and choke it and shut the key off, you can come back to the bike and just hit the ignition and it starts again.
It'll do that. It depends what position it's at.
Oh, no, I got her timed out great. If you just pull the choke, and snuff it out like that, leaves enough fuel in there, and then if you just,
It'll start.
yeah, it's been, I learned the trick because it's scary to kick once it gets hot.
Some old motors, that's how they started them. They roll them over to just a little bit over top dead center and hit the ignition, and that's how they start them.
What year was this?
Nifty.
30s. You're such a dickhead.
How old were you that age?
I'm just saying. That's cool.
Was AC/DC new or old when you were born?
AC/DC was new.
It was kind of like 21 Savage for us, or what? Hey, were you around when the
All the
song
classics.
Beethoven came out? Was that a pretty big banger back when you guys were in your
Back in
castles
Black.
and shit?
Back in Black, I do believe, was the album. The largest selling album in history, I think. Back in
No,
Black.
buddy, it's Nickelback.
You want a Nickelback?
$15, little man. Put that in my hand.
Okay, right on. I'm glad to see that he's took some incentive. I no longer have to fix his stuff that he wrecks. He's well enough to take care of it himself.
Oh, we're not done yet, brother. You might
got
have to
it,
step
right?
in.
Okay, stay tuned. See if he puts it together and gets it running.